just some fine detail I'm never prepared for. Anyway, all right, folks, here's what we got today. We're going to take this walking stick. It's a nice piece of walking stick. I'm going to carve a morel mushroom on top of that thing. Well, I've been walking around on the Ohio River and picking up driftwood sticks. And the idea of the driftwood sticks to make stuff. Hey, Woodchucker, Michael S. Superfan, glad to see you guys. And Woodchucker, I would just go with that thing. I mean, even though I see what you mean about it actually being an M, but it still looks good. It's up to you though. It looks good. I thought it looked cool. Anyway, I've been picking up these walking sticks, and I just really like these, you know, nice pieces you could make a walking stick out of, and just been pretty cool finds, you know, being able to find these pieces so that these certain sizes. And this one here is an elm, and it's probably going to be pretty hard, but it was a beaver chew, and I just cut this end off with a saw just to kind of save myself some time. And I was figuring out the hand, kind of the hand reach. Let me get my chair out of the way here real quick. I was kind of figuring out the hand reach on this thing, and it comes out to be right about there. And I thought if I started here, then that would make for a really cool long length morel carved into the top of that thing. I thought that'd be pretty cool. Hey, Dad, what's going on? Glad to see you. Trying to check, see who all. Hey, Raja Vendigo Hana, what's up, buddy? Glad to see you. Okay, I'm gonna take and wait a minute. I guess I ain't gonna do nothing. I gotta plug everything in. You'll have that, right? For some reason I unplugged it. Probably because I'm deaf. We're gonna go with that excuse. I kind of like it. Anyway, so high reach would be kind of right there. So I'm gonna burr right here. Try to clean up. What's my finger there? I don't know. Just something. Must not have been nothing. But I'm gonna burr it right there. Just kind of get a line here real quick, so I don't lose my place. And we'll start curving it in from there and make our stem. But I want to get a mask on first and go from there. And so this whole thing's still got the bark on it, and I'm going to leave that bark on there. I think that'll make it look cool, you know, just be something different. Pretty neat to look at. Hey, Mark, how's it going? Hey, baby kisses, glad to see you. But I think that'd make it cool. Now, these are kind of tough to make like this, because while you're trying to make it, you're also fighting the length of this thing, you know, and also trying to keep it on the camera at the same time. So, you know, the combination of all them things is a little bit tricky, but that said, we're going to fight it. We're going to see how it goes and continue to make it. So we'll start there, and we'll probably start a base up here somewhere. I'll probably do like a, I wish I took a table saw and whacked some more of that off, actually, because you're kind of looking at it. I think I want this corner of this top piece gone and make it kind of there, and then stem down from here. So let's get started on this thing. I'll get a mask on, and you know what they say, survey says drink beer. Now, I don't normally drink Michelob. Two Big Blue Seafood, when he was here, he left a bunch of it. Anyway, that's the last one. And good, because I can go back to drinking a beer I like. I don't like it, but how else was I going to get rid of it other than dump it down the sink? And that just seemed like a waste, you know what I mean? All right, let's get into it. So, to some extent, I don't know how I care about that peeling a little bit, but I'll probably glue that back on because I want it to keep the bark. can tell that's a pretty wet piece. Hey, what's going on, Belinda? I'll tell you what, I wonder if, as far as the wood goes, if I got it wrong, and maybe this is actually cottonwood. I don't know. I thought it was elm. So, my morel, I want my morel to be somewhere in here. I guess maybe I could go that way with it even. It might be easier to do that. I don't know. You know, we'll bring it around here. No matter how we do it, it's going to be cool. I'm going to go ahead and make that line so I can dig my stem down first. Actually, I kind of like my stem to be a little longer than that. A lot of times I'll put a curve in them, but I think I'm going to make this one kind of straight. So, don't it kind of seem like it takes forever? And when it comes right down to it, you could cut this down. I mean, you could chainsaw carve this thing and then finish it with a dremel. So it's a kind of slow process. But that said, in the end, doing it with a dremel always ends up looking better. And I gotta make stuff, so next weekend there's a big hike at the Hocking Hills Lodge. And we'll be out there live chainsaw carving. And every time I go there with walking sticks, I sell walking sticks. So I'm gonna try to get this one and maybe one more done before then. They definitely sell. And then we got the following week, or 2 weeks later, we've got a Winterfest thing in the Buckeye Lake region of Ohio. And we go to a bar and set up there and live carve. And we did that last year. It was a really good time. I sold a lot of stuff. I was happy with it. And then after that, we're not doing anything till at least at least May. And so I'm kind of happy about that. I get to work on some stuff I've been wanting to build. I want to have a couple 6-footers to put up by the road, the bears, because the one I put out there by the road, I sold it. And you gotta understand, I live back far enough from the road that a lot of my stuff, it's gotta be really big. I'd have to worry about somebody stealing it. And you know, a 3 or 4 foot piece, somebody could steal it in the daylight before you could ever get up there, let alone come and steal it at night, you know. So it's just not worth it to me to put anything up there. It's too far away from the house. But they're not going to steal a 6-foot bear without about 6 or 7 of them or a tractor, you know. And so I want to build a couple 6-footers to have to put up there for sale. And heck, I got the capability to deliver something that big. The heck of it is, it costs half as much to deliver it as it does to get the bear. Or, you know, you card something that big. I've been wanting to try an Indian. That's another thing I'm wanting to make in the off season. I want to make an Indian. We're getting pretty good down there with the stem, but it takes a while. It's not fast. So I like being able to use a quarter burr, especially when you're doing something like this. It's just so much faster. That thing takes off so much more than sitting there trying to rub it with an 1/8 burr. But still, to me, it just kind of seems like it takes forever. Well, I mean, honestly, everything takes forever. That's the way it goes when you probably should have been medicated all your life and you didn't even know it. How about that, right? Yeah. All right, I'm pretty happy with the stem. Turn that off. What I'm gonna do is, before I go forward with working on the actual mushroom, I'm gonna go ahead and sand the stem and clean that up, make that look pretty good. Figure it can't hurt, right? Let's see. Clean this baby up some. Had a good time down there in Louisiana, duck hunting. Down there with Two Big Blue Seafood and a guy I work with, and a guy that works for Two Big Blue Seafood, and had a really good time. I mean, he knows how to do it. Two Big Blue, I mean, he knows how to duck hunt, man, I'll tell you. we shot for most days it was just 3 of us, and for the 3 of us, we only hunted 4 of us one time, and for those 4 days we shot 66 ducks. It was a lot of ducks. And things are different down there. Like these people, you know, they're in a rural coastal community that it thrives on tourism. I mean, that's how it survives, is tourism. But the tourism is game and fish. It's you know, fishermen and duck hunters. That's what that place is pretty big and well known for. And the people there, they eat a lot of wild stuff. I mean, you know, it's a lot of stuff they caught. It's, you know, you don't find that up here. You know, I don't know that you find that anywhere like it is there. And I mean, they shrimp, and they crab, they fish all kinds of different fish: sheephead, drum, flounder, redfish, shrimp. They have big nets. They catch shrimp in. I mean, they do all that, and that's how they eat. They deer hunt. They eat their own deer. You know, when they came up here, they brought pre-made deer poppers, and that's just how they live. I mean, and ironically, you know, 100 years ago, that's how everybody lived. You know, and now the cows, all the cows come from Kroger's, you know, or the Piggly Wiggly. All the cows, all the meat is grown in the Piggly Wiggly and then packaged. At least that's what these dumb kids think, you know. And these tree-hugging hippies, that's where they think that they want to let all the farmers' cows go because, you know, all the meat's at Kroger, and they can't understand why they're growing and butchering cows at the farm. You know, why would you do that? It's at Kroger. You know, why you got to kill that cow? They just grow it at Kroger. And they probably are growing quite a bit of meat now. I mean, nothing should shock us, not to be too overly conspiracy theoristic, but I mean, other than I don't really care what anybody thinks about that. I mean, there's definitely some truth. Where there's smoke, there's fire, usually. There's probably some element of truth to that. But whatever. I'm not a food scientist. I'm just some dumb red-headed guy who likes to make stuff. That's about it. Okay, so the stem looks pretty good. Actually, let me get rid of some of this. If that's how much we got just carving the stem out, we're going to get overrun with shavings if I don't get rid of some of this. And I might have been wrong. I mean, that looks like cottonwood, or either cottonwood or aspen. Do something with it. Survey says, well, I got a mask on, so I can't. Survey says, right here. Hey, if you guys get a chance to check out the thumbnail for this video, I thought it was really cool. It's funny, you can ask that ChatGPT to make you something, and it'll make you about anything you want. I told it I wanted a Bigfoot walking away with a walking stick with a morel on it and the Burr and the Boss Lady logo on the back of it, and it made it and put it on there. I thought it looked pretty cool. Oh well. All right, let's get going. So, sheets of morel. I want to keep some of my hides, but obviously I don't need all that. There's so many beaver tube sticks along the river to pick up. Definitely a nice way to find the stuff. That was right there at a knot. So, and I cut it down some. I expected it to be kind of hard though, but really the whole thing is. Now, I gotta tell you, when I first got that Beaver, the 78 or 780 watt Vevor, which I think like the land's got the 1250 or something like that. It came with a foot pedal, and I was using that foot pedal. The problem is, the foot pedal is, you just hold it down the whole time. And it actually goes a little better if it goes slow. And I didn't realize that. Here I was, just carving away, you know. She said they'd be on at, what did they say? 8 p.m. or 8 p.m. Central. So I'm gonna try to get this done and get out of the way as fast as I can. Making another big pile of dust, really. What's funny is, most people are going to come by, flipping through live streams, won't even know what the heck they're looking at. I'm alright with that. If you're alright with that. Hopefully you go over to your neighbors and get you some ice cream. Hey Robert, what's going on? Glad to see you in there. Hey Ole, well you know, hey Old Pat Fabrication, glad to see you guys. I got a flashlight. I got a plug in the next video. I haven't opened it yet, so I can't tell you nothing about it until I do. But that'll probably be tomorrow. I think tomorrow I'm gonna chainsaw carve, and that'll be in the dark because I plan to go deer hunting actually. When I get home, provided I don't shoot nothing, I'm planning on planning on live streaming. If I feel like it. I might even do it beforehand, you never know. That thing falls off on the other end. And so far, I've only made one where I made the piece and then attached it to the, and that was that duck. I made that duck, I think 3 weeks ago. I made it for that little girl for her dad. And that's the first time I've made one and then attached it after the fact. And I've been trying to get a picture of her and him with that cane, but it hasn't happened yet. And it may not, I don't know. Maybe it won't happen. Huh? But I'm hoping to get it so that I can post it. I know they've got a lot going on, so it's cool to do something for them. I don't know him. I don't know him. I just met that kid when she was here. Probably never see her again, honestly. I mean, maybe. That's hard to say. All right, let me clean this up. Shut that off there. Clean up this dust a little bit. Take what I got here. Hey, look at all that. I mean, that's furry. I mean, it looks like, man, I bet the rabbits and stuff would love that, wouldn't they? Put it outside. Make yourself a new home, buddy. All right. Okay, let's set this here. Keep on keeping on. She's starting to come into shape, her. Looks like this section right here is too thick. Just gotta work it down. Let the burr do the burring. Covered out pretty good though. Oh no, that's not a bad shape. You know what I just realized? I've had this thing in high. I was going pretty fast. I didn't realize I was hitting it that fast. It's hard on the tool. It don't like it. Alright, I think I'm happy with the shape. So, take that thing and let's put that sand and brush back in there, a sanding wheel. And let's clean that part up. We'll sand it and then start cutting some grooves on it. Make it look pretty cool. By the time I clear coat it, I mean, it'll be a pretty nice piece. I'll say this top will take a little bit of sand, but none of it seems to take that long. I think they look best if you take a brown, like a dark walnut or something like that, and paint them once the grooves are in them, and then sand the grooves off or around the edges, and you can bring it to life, make it look, I think, make it look more realistic that way too, because it's shadowed inside. But that's me. Oh man, I know what I'm talking about. Just a big old dummy spouting around. I definitely want to make another one of those mallard duck head pieces to put in that. I got two pieces that the walking sticks that they're just, the length of them is just right to make them with insert pieces instead of carving it all one piece. And so I definitely want to make another one of those duck heads. That was the first time I'd made a cane like that, and I really liked it. Or walking stick like that. I really liked it. Alright, that gets that a nice, clean, shiny. Here's where we ever shot with the burr. And we'll have to sand it some more, but maybe not before we end up painting it. Alright, so let's get out. It's handy dandy Dremel 4300 with extension. See if we can put some grooves in this baby. There we go. That should be good. I could use this one, but I think that would be too big. I think. I could be wrong. You know, that's what people say sometimes. That's what you get to thinking, right? And they could be right. One thing I don't like about this one is I've noticed when you're pulling it to cut these grooves in, it'll come loose a lot. And that's a headache. That's irritating to me anyway. Hey, before I do that, let me clean out as many holes as I can. That stuff's just stopping up my holes. Yeah, I thought that was elm, but after working on it, I'm pretty convinced it's either cottonwood or aspen. Them babies cleaned out enough they can take in dirt, take in more dust. I don't want to breathe it. I'm so high above it, I took my mask off. I thought it was a little easier for me to talk. But I don't have none like, you know, up on my coat up high or anything like that. It just didn't make, it's not making it up there, so it was a sound judgment. And in my opinion, nothing to tell anybody else how to live. Survey says, run out of beer. Okay. Let's start in the top. Try and bring the chair over here. Give me something kind of lean this thing on. Look at that, loose already. You clunker. That's what I'm talking about. Then you get it on too tight, you take the head off. Hopefully that looks like I'm doing it right. I think I am. Maybe. I know I can't see it with these glasses. I have my regular prescription glasses on. And really starting to lose my close sight. And so I can't see it. I have to take them off. Well, it's looking pretty good, in my opinion. Somebody might say, yeah, in your dreams too, fatty. Oh man, these people are so harsh. I wasn't even on the camera there for a minute, was I? You just lose your place. You guys know. Blow it out to look at it good. That's looking pretty good, I think. Whirl it around here and do this side some. do you guys think? Coming along all right? I think it's not looking too bad. It's not looking too good. Somewhere in the middle, that's where we try to be. Oh, it's funny, my phone. Since I've done this, my phone's starting to get some dust. And that tells me it's time to put the mask back on. Let me do that real quick. Yeah, if it's getting up here, if it's getting up to my phone, it's getting up to me. I'm just above the phone, so gotta make something happen. Protect your long hole, sir, you dum-dum. All right. Quit being so abusive. This is not nice. He said it about himself. Oh, yeah. True. Anybody get the free ice cream from their neighbors? Keep getting off the camera, don't I? Now baby kisses when she sees the morel video. She says, that's it, I'm packing up and coming there to visit you. I told her, come on. Well, I'll tell you, I'm really dusting that camera up. quite a ways to go down here. Getting dusty. I was thinking pretty good. I'm just looking for anywhere I can try to insert any kind of filler at all. Last year, around this time, I was at a Rural King in Mount Vernon, Ohio. And I went in there and I had seen these big walking sticks, or big morel walking sticks that they had in other locations. And they were like, I don't know, 20 bucks, 25 bucks, and then they lowered the price a little bit. Oh, I didn't want to change that, that's what I want. And anyway, I grabbed a couple of them, 3 of them walking sticks. They were marked down $6.93. And I took them to the Winterfest on the 20, whatever it was last year. It was the 3rd, 4th, it's always the last, I think it's always the last Saturday of the month, Buckeye Lake Winterfest. And I sold them things for 25 bucks a piece to all to the same lady. And when the heck of it is, when I told her, she said, "How much are those?" I said, 25 bucks a piece. And she said, "That's it?" I said, "Yeah, that's it." And I said, "You probably ought to take them all." And she said, "I will take them all." And I was like, "Are you kidding me? All you had to do is go to Rural King and they were $6.93. Whatever, you know, I mean, anyhow, you can't find them there no more. Somebody got smart. And so now I have to make them. That's life, right? Oh, boo-hoo, I have to make something. Entertain me, entertain you. We have a good time together, right? Now that one I made a couple weeks ago, when I took it out there to Hocking Hills Lodge, I didn't do anything but clear coat. I didn't color it in there or nothing. And I may not with this one either, I don't know. I may just burn it a little bit and say the heck with it. Just try to get some of the fuzzies off. But I can't really get with this. I don't know. I know this looks a lot better than those did. But you know, I mean, they're probably made with a machine, I don't know. Or some little Malaysian kids are making them work. It's hard to say. You know, so the world's messed up. You only think you're messed up till you see how the rest of the world is, you know what I mean? But anyway, I think that looks pretty good. Not too bad, not too good. Here, I'll take the camera down and I'll show you kind of walking. And I'm 5'11", so you kind of get an idea of the... And Baby Kissa said it today. She said, "You're always around all these giants, like Michael S., super fan. He's like, I don't know, he's like 6'6" or something. He's huge. And Creation Death 777, he's got to be like 6'3", 6'4", or something like that. I mean, he's a big guy. And the guy I was duck hunting with the other day, he's 7 foot tall. I mean, he's a giant. And Baby Bigfoot, hey, what do you know? Hey, country girl, no, not a deer antler. It's actually a, I think it's actually a cottonwood tree. And this is making a walking stick out of it. So that's about height. I'm 5'11". You kind of get an idea what that's out of. And I might do some in antler. And actually, I got a lot of antler. And Robert gave me a good idea of maybe trying that. Make a few morels out of antler. I'm going to send him some. Let's see what he makes out of it. But I've got a lot of antlers. I used to be like, shed hunting was one of my false gods, I would call it. I spent a lot of time walking around looking for stupid stuff that was meaningless like that. But in the end, I've got a lot of sheds. But anyhow, morel, you know, you get the idea. You know, I mean, it's, I don't know, that's probably chest height, the hand. Yeah, I mean, you get, yeah, I'm standing up, so you get an idea. And here, I'll put this thing on the table, and you get an idea of the full length. Let me turn that around. Okay. So here's the base of it, and that's what's cool right there. Beaver tube. That's the base, and this particular piece still got all the bark on it. Now I do have a few pieces I peeled, and I'll go ahead and I'm going to glue that back on because I want to leave it. It's right there. I'm going to glue that back on there. But heck yeah, country girl, be sure, Savannah, be sure and subscribe. We do all kinds of fun stuff. Hey, Mark, what do you know? I appreciate that. Yeah, check that guy out, too. He carves some neat stuff. But we chainsaw carve, and we do a little dremel carving here and there to make some neat stuff. I still haven't mailed Billy's boot. Here's the Bigfoot from last week. Yeah, it was last week, wasn't it? Yeah, last week. That's the Bigfoot. And here's a shoe for him. No, that's Billy's boot. I've got all kinds of stuff I need to mail. I'm way behind. But that's life. Okay, guys, so I appreciate you guys being in here. Workshop's going to be on at 8 p.m. Central. So I told them we were going to be out here. Hey, Hobo, what's going on, my man? Glad to see you. We're going to get the heck out of the way. What's going on, Billy? Oh, yeah, dude, I got so much going on. I will get this crap mailed next week, I promise. I've got a ridiculous amount of crap to mail. All right, man. That's what we got. There we go. No smiley face. No little wood man on this one. just that. Maybe we'll carve one, maybe carve one with a Bigfoot in it or something. I don't know. But that's what we got. Morel carving. And y'all be sure to check out Shop's Wood Shop. Going to be on next, 8 p.m. Central. And we will catch y'all tomorrow. We'll be chainsaw carving either out in the shanty or out in the yard somewhere. I don't know. Anyway, you guys have a good day. And we will catch you tomorrow. Come back when you can stay later, ya schmucks.